So friends, a third federal court judge just told Pam Bondi and her dirty DOJ officials, no, we will not unseal the Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell grand jury transcripts. But the judges communicated something else to Attorney General Bondi. In substance, they said, stop playing diversionary games. Stop trying to give the illusion of transparency because you know full well, Pam, that the Department of Justice has the power and the authority to release the Epstein and Maxwell files. So let's talk about this most recent court ruling, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, for the third time, a federal court judge has called out Pam Bondi and her dirty DOJ officials for diversionary tactics, for the games they are playing trying to hide the Epstein files from the American people. Let's start with the new reporting. This from Politico. Headline, DOJ goes 0 for 3 in requests to unseal Jeffrey Epstein grand jury materials. 2 other federal judges already denied DOJ's request to publicly release the material. And that article begins, a federal judge on Wednesday rejected the Justice Department's effort to unseal grand jury transcripts and exhibits in the Jeffrey Epstein case, writing that the government, the DOJ itself, is the logical party to make the Epstein files public, and criticizing its motion as a diversion tactic. Quote, the information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to the Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. U.S. District Judge Richard Berman, a Bill Clinton appointee, wrote in a 14-page opinion. And as Judge Berman noted, the Justice Department's 100,000 pages of Epstein materials, which it could release at any time and which are the target of the congressional subpoena, dwarf the roughly 70 pages of grand jury material it asked the federal judges to unseal. So friends, we all know, any thinking person knows the game that Trump and Bondi are playing. The Epstein grand jury transcript, 70 pages, contains the testimony of just one person, an FBI agent. No witnesses, no victims. It's just 70 pages long, and it contains nothing we don't already know as a result of the trial in the Maxwell case. There's no information in that grand jury transcript. So, of course, what do Trump and Bondi do? Release the grand jury transcript in the Epstein case because they know there's nothing in there. Doesn't implicate Trump or anybody else. There's nothing new. So when they yell and scream and pound the desk, you must release the grand jury transcript, it's a game. It's a diversion, right? It's all designed to actually hide from the public what's in the Epstein files. And the judges, 3 of them now, in substance, have communicated to Pam Bondi, stop playing this diversionary game. Let's have a look at just a very little bit of the new court opinion by New York federal court judge Richard Berman. A significant and compelling reason to reject the government's, meaning DOJ's, request in this litigation to unseal the transcript is that the government has already undertaken a comprehensive investigation into the Epstein case and, not surprisingly, DOJ has assembled a trove of Epstein documents, interviews, and exhibits, and the government committed that it would share its Epstein investigation materials with the public. The government's, DOJ's, 100,000 pages of Epstein files and materials dwarf the 70-odd pages of Epstein grand jury materials. And here's where Judge Berman nails it. The government, DOJ, is the logical party to make comprehensive disclosure to the public of the Epstein files. By comparison, the instant grand jury motion to unseal appears to be a diversion from the breadth and scope of the Epstein files in the government's, DOJ's, possession. Friends, the judges have exposed and called out this little hide the Epstein files game that Trump and Bondi have been playing. You know, it's clear Donald Trump is scared to death of the Epstein files. He actually called his own supporters, quote, weaklings for continuing to express interest in and demand the release of the Epstein files. He called the Republicans in Congress, quote, foolish and stupid for continuing to focus on the Epstein files. And that's why each of us every day should be talking about the Trump, Epstein, Maxwell scandal. And every day we should be posting and reposting, tweeting and retweeting, stacking and restacking. If you're on Substack, release the Epstein files. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.